Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Nonstop Talking with your girl here, Vivian Liu. Today I am here with part 2 of a book series I didn't finish. Today I will be obviously talking about 8 more titles. This time around, these titles are not definite. So if you want to argue as to why I should continue and your argument piques my interest, I might go back and pick the series back up. This list is in no particular order. I did try my best to alphabetize it by the series title, and there will be no spoilers, just straight up the reason why I feel like I won't be picking up the next book in the series. Number 1, Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I saw the movie trailer and then my friend and I were like, ooh, let's buddy read it together, and we loved it. I watched the movie afterwards and thought it was good, but the book was better. And I did write a review about it. But yeah, I just think like Me Before You is so good as a standalone, and I just enjoyed it so much as a standalone that I don't know how I would feel if the second book can't live up to how good the first book is. And that's why I will not be continuing on with the series for now, just because I think like Me Before You was good. It didn't really need anything else. Like all book 2, book 3 I feel like are just unnecessary additions that don't need to exist. However, if you think book 2 and book 3 does make the overallness of it better, let me know and maybe I will consider. Number 2, Montague Siblings by Mackenzie Lee. I read the first book, The Gentleman's Guide of Vice and Virtue, because of book 2 hype, and thought it was okay. I gave it 3 out of 5, and when the second book came out, there were a lot of mixed reviews, mostly negative from the people that I follow. So since I didn't overly love the first book, I didn't feel like I needed to read the second one, but let me know if I should change my mind. Number 3, New Superman by Jean Luen Yang. I was so excited for New Superman because this Superman is Chinese, and I thought that was really cool. I read the first volume and thought it was so boring. And I mean, it ended on a good note in the sense that like I could see the series getting better and getting more interesting, but right now I just don't really have any interest in continuing. But for those that have read, I guess, the next few volumes of New Superman, let me know if it's worth it to continue. Number 4, The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I think I messed myself up for this. I listened to the audiobook and I just found it really difficult to follow, and because of that I like lost interest in even listening to the book, which is really sad because I really just want to find a good Asian inspired fantasy novel, and I know that so many people love this, and I don't know why I had such like a challenging time getting through this book. Maybe I should have read it like with my eyes, and that could have potentially changed the outcome. But yeah, it was so difficult for me getting through this book, and I can't believe that I actually got through it. And when I got through it, I was just like, I'm so done. I'm so tired. I don't even want to go on anymore. And so when the second book came out, I was just like, no thank you. But like I said, a lot of people do really like it, and if people are like me and they struggled with the first book but read the second book, if they think that the second book is better, like, let me know. Number 6, Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. I was really excited for Shadow of the Fox. I read a lot of good reviews of, and I think a lot of people compared it to anime, and I love anime. I didn't love Shadow of the Fox. I didn't hate it. I gave it a 3 out of 5. But I wasn't vibing with the flow. I like wasn't feeling the romance, and the journey, like quest that they go on, I thought was kind of like flat. So overall, like, besides the fact that, like, I think the characters are really adorable and that it has its moments, I just felt like overall there wasn't enough for me to feel the need to continue on. But once again, I do know that a lot of people love Shadow of the Fox, and I haven't really read much reviews of the second book. But if you think, like, yeah, it really makes the first book better or makes the series better, like, let me know. Number 7, Not Your Sidekick by C.B. Lee. Not Your Sidekick is the first book in a trilogy, which I was very excited for. I was ready to be blown away because the premise sounded so amazing, but the world building was a little bit lacking, and the execution was somewhat flat as well. And yeah, it was just like, I like the author, and I think the covers have like a really cool graphic novel-esque to them, and so I still do have the first book, Not Your Sidekick, and there's a part of me that thinks like, oh, I should continue on with it because the premise is very, very novel to me, but at the same time, like, I just don't know. Not a lot of people talk about Not Your Sidekick. Let me know if you've read this and what your thoughts are. And I keep saying let me know, and I'm hating myself for it because I can hear it, but I don't know like how I should rephrase that. I mean, give me some time to think about that. Number 8, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Brochers. I saw the movie. I loved the movie. I decided to go back and read the books. I read the first book, and I can tell you that I don't think it has aged well. There are a lot of great YA books out there. I don't need to read one that I deemed hasn't aged well and that has 2 like pretty good movies based off on it. Like, there is no point for me to continue with the rest of the series. That's it for book series I didn't finish 2. All of these titles, except for number 8, are still, like, I guess, up in the air. They're, like, fairly more recent titles, too. So if anyone wants to change my mind, comment below which ones I should not give up on, and I will contemplate of the decision I have made and maybe reverse it. Who knows? Outro time. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you in my next video whenever that is. Bye!